So, how important are coaches in all of this? A mentor? How important is finding the right team? I know I'm asking you like 10 million questions at once, so pick one and answer it. But like, you from based on the movie, you outgrew your father, correct? Like he even brought you to another coach, right?
Yes.
So, how important is getting the right information, the right education, the right knowledge and understanding from the right person for you?
Right. Well, I'm 43, whatever, 34.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Anyway, whatever age I am. And I'm only on my fourth coach. So my mom
Wow.
and dad were my coaches forever. And the right team is so important. It's so important because otherwise you crumble. I
Why,
was
why, why? Why do you crumble? Like how?
Because if you don't have the right team, whether it's the right positivity, the right information, the right path, you're going to go the wrong way. And the wrong way can be disastrous. And also, you lose time. Also, you lose confidence. When you lose that confidence, and you got to spend that time building your confidence back up. And sometimes the wrong team members will tear you down too, which is sad but true. Those people are out there. They really are. And you do see that happen in sports too, especially in individual sports like mine, where players are quite insulated. Each team is one team. It's not like a basketball team where the whole world is watching what this coach does. It's very, very insular. I I've been fortunate to have really great people around me, but also I really do believe you attract who you are. And predators are looking for people to predate on. So someone loved that. If you are that person, unfortunately, that they're looking for a certain kind of person that they can take advantage of. So the way to get away from these kinds of people is first to have some values. You got to have values, and you got to live up to them. So if you have values and you know what you stand for, when that predator comes, they're not going to be able to predate because you're going to say, yeah, no. And then the second is also you have to believe in yourself. You might not know the exact way that you're going to get there or where you're going to go, but you do believe in you. And so then you're not going to believe in this person and whatever it is that they're bringing. And so in that sense, you're going to eliminate all the nonsense, all the foolishness, and you're going to attract the sort of people who also want to build you up and who want to go that way. So building the right team is also about being the right person yourself. So you have to do that self-work on yourself, and you also have to be someone worth following. Every person is a leader, no matter what position you are, whether you are the CEO or the first person starting, you're the leader, and most of all, you're the leader in your life. You have to lead your own life. So when you're that leader, you've got to be around those type of people. Now, listen, I love gossip. I really do. I live for gossip. I do not spread gossip, but I love to hear it. But however, on my own teams and my tennis teams, I do not participate in any gossip. I don't do all of that stuff. But outside of that, in my own personal life, I have a little fun. So that's also a very important thing, too. Like, you can't be a part of all the gossip and the foolishness. That sort of things. You have to stay away from that because that's not what leaders do. Leaders are about the business. So you have to stay away from those sorts of things too.
How toxic is the gossip to a team, and what are the ramifications that you've experienced by that toxicity coming into the environment?
Gossip can be very, very toxic, especially when it starts to be a rumor mill that at some point one person says something and by the end it's like a whole completely different story. So
Tears teams apart.
it does tear teams apart, and that's why culture is so important. Being able to have a culture in your team, it doesn't matter how small your team is. It can be one person, two persons, but you need to gather around a culture that is going to bring everyone together. Because when you think about it, all of us in this room, we all came from different parents, different families, different parts of the world, different upbringings. We all have different experiences. But in your organization, if you're able to gather around one set of rules and one set of culture, then that's what we can gather around. And then at that point in time, leadership, or even if you're not the leader of the team, if someone is not modeling those behaviors, then it's really simple at that point in time to say, hey, so this isn't actually part of what our team does, what our culture does. So everyone is able to align back to that easily. So in my opinion, this is the easiest way to get rid of gossip and the nonsense. And then those people who don't want to, they self-select out. And that's the kindest thing for them. They can move on to somewhere else where they can do whatever it is they like to do, but not right here.
If you find somebody that is electing not to self-select out of the group, how fierce are you to getting them out yourself? Like,
I call it no slow deaths.
no slow deaths.
You
You
know,
whack them off fast. You're
right?
like,
You know how in
They're
the
out.
movies, like, they hit the person and they always knock out quick? That doesn't happen in real life. Like, you hit someone and they're still standing, right? In real life, people kind of die slowly, you know? And so I'm actually like a really nice person. I like to see people do well, and I like to see people happy. And so over time in my own organizations, there'd be these slow deaths because it's like, okay, well, let's give you one more try. And then after a while, that starts to, one bad apple, all the apples go bad. That one person starts to spread the poison everywhere. Right? You're like, I've gone through this.
well, you know what it does? It takes your attention off of your mission, because now you have to go internally to fix everything, rehire, retrain, or get, you know what I'm saying? It pulls me
Exactly.
off of purpose.
It pulls you off of purpose. So my whole thing is no slow deaths. If we feel like this person is just not going to align, then immediately we
Terminate.
it's kindness, actually.
You're right.
It's an act of kindness to allow them to be somewhere where they can thrive. This is not their place.